many ways. I just lift my hands and give him all the praise. Ooh, another blessing. Ooh, another blessing. Ooh, another blessing. Ooh, another blessing. I got my legs, y'all, and I can walk. I got my mouth, y'all, and I can talk. Even the air that I receive, I got my lungs, y'all, and I can breathe. I looked around, this is what I see. All of the blessings, God, that you've given me. You bless my family, they're all doing fine. You gave it peace, gave it peace of mind. Oh, thank God for that blessing. Thank God, another blessing. I've realized that I've been dead, somewhere sleeping, y'all, in my sick bed. But you bless me, yeah, you bless me.
It is another blessing.
Yeah, you made a
Welcome all to JC Radio
I'm thankful for
on the Afro Diaspora Vibe Show.
10,000 times.
The name is Adjoa.
You've been good to me, day after
It's such a blessing to be here on a Saturday evening,
keeping me in a pandemic.
the 4th of February,
In a pandemic.
the month of love.
Me, so I thank God for blessing me. Ooh.
I don't know how your week was, but my week was amazing. I am blessed to be here, and I'm sure you're blessed as well. This is a song titled Another Blessing, and I call it the gospel version of R. Kelly's Ignition song. Okay,
Got up out of my bed.
as we always do, we got some motivational stuff,
Thank you, Lord, for the blessing.
motivational tips for the week.
Put a roof.
And as it is the month of February,
Thank you, Lord, for another
today's motivational stuff is going to be all about love.
in my way.
The word Love.
Within my grave. But you
And today on this show, I got a special guest coming through on the celebrity lifestyle segment of the show.
another blessing.
And he's no other person but the Ghanaian legendary high life musician Akablay.
Another blessing. I never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed.
So in some minutes, Akablay will be joining us
He
on
won't
the
let me
show.
down.
And like I
That's
said,
what
today's motivational message is all about love.
He's brought me through.
We're in the month of February, and the month of February is all about the word Love.
So many ways. I just
If you just joined in, welcome to the program today.
praise. Ooh,
Send your comments coming,
another blessing. Ooh,
and send your shout outs coming.
another blessing. Ooh, another blessing. Ooh, another blessing. I got my legs, y'all, and I can walk. I got my mouth, y'all, and I can talk. Even the air that I receive, I got my lungs, y'all, and I can breathe. I look around, this is what I see. All of the blessings, God, that you've given me. You bless my family, they're all doing.
Okay, there's so many ways in which you can express your love this month.
Oh, thank God for
You can make little handmade cards,
another blessing. I've realized
putting your message of love there.
Somewhere sleeping down in my sick bed, but you bless me, yeah, you bless me, and you let me
Making a card on your own makes it feel very special.
out of nowhere.
And hey, you can save from that as well.
10,000 pounds ain't enough to say you've been good to me.
In this month of love, you can express love by giving long hugs.
In a pandemic,
You can hug a friend, a brother, a sister, a loved one.
me, so I thank God.
And this is an expression of love and care. If you just joined in, you're live on JC Radio with your girl Ajwa. Okay, so number 2 on the list, you gotta be affectionate. You gotta be affectionate in this month of love.
Woke up this morning,
February is the month of love.
I looked around, this is what I said, thank you, Lord.
When you show affection to people at the end of either challenging or just a typical day, you typically uplift their mood.
And all the blessings that you send my
Be affectionate with people around you and let them know that you stand by them. And this is one of the most lucid ways to show people around you love.
another blessing.
So in the month of love, these are little tips to help you through February.
Another blessing.
Tip number 3, learn to stand with people in good and bad times.
I never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. I can count on God.
Being there for people when they need you is one of the most important ways in which you can show love to people around you.
In the suffering, he has brought me through. Arms wide open, he always welcome you. I've been blessed in so many ways. I just lift my hands.
If you just joined in, welcome to the show. You're live on the Afro Diaspora Vibe Show. And soon we will have Akablay on the Celebrity Lifestyle segment of the show. You're most welcome once again.
Another blessing. I
Tip number 4, spend quality time with people.
got my mouth, y'all, and I can talk. Even the air.
There's so many ways in which you can spend quality time with people.
And I can breathe.
You can go for a walk,
This is what I see
or you can go for a bike ride,
that you've given me.
or you can hit the cinema. I love that.
Doing fine. You gave it peace of mind. Oh,
Or perhaps you can go to the library and read a book together.
thank God. Another blessing. I've realized that I've been there.
Or you can just go to a pub. You know, I love karaoke, so you can just go to a karaoke bar, just have some music going on, and just relax.
Let me see a brand new day. You made a way out of nowhere. I'm thankful for
Okay, tip number 5 on the motivational stuff of the day. Number 5, learn the art of forgiveness.
today. Thank God for keeping
In the month of February, learn to forgive people around you.
me. In a pandemic kept death from me. So I thank God.
It is an easy but difficult task.
Ooh-wee.
But no one is perfect.
Ooh-wee.
We all do make mistakes, big or small. However, if you genuinely love people around you, then learn to forgive them each and every day. At least in this month. Okay, tip number 6, you got to compliment each other. You got to compliment people in this month of love.
Woke up this morning, got up out of my bed.
Simple, sweet, and genuine compliments can make someone's day.
Lord, for the blood you shed, you put a roof up on my head.
You can tell people how they gorgeously look nice in their attire.
And all the blessings that you sent my way, I could have been dead.
Or you can appreciate their hairdo,
Dead, yeah.
their cologne, whatever it is you want to appreciate.
Another blessing. Another blessing.
Tip number 6, action speaks louder than words.
I never seen the righteous.
So in this month of love, learn to put in more action.
I can count on God, He won't let me down. Always do just what He said.
Let your actions match up to your words.
He's brought me through, arms wide open, He always welcome you.
Okay, if you just joined the show, you're welcome to the Afro Diaspora Vibe Show. And we got Akablay, legendary Ghanaian artist, passing through today as the special guest of the show tonight. So don't go anywhere, be with us, and we're gonna rock all together tonight.
Another blessing, ooh-wee. Another blessing, ooh-wee. Another blessing. I got my legs, y'all, and I can walk. I got my mouth, y'all, and I can talk. Even the air that I can see. I got my lungs, y'all, and I can breathe. I looked around, this is what I see. All of the blessings, God, that you've given me. You bless my family, they're all doing.
Okay.
Every little thing you did do to me, you sweet to me for body. She a loving fee for love me. Wow, 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 wow.
This is a track by Aya Star, Marvin, and Crayon.
Say make a withdraw money. Oh, man, no good and make a carry your luggage.
If you just joined, you can send your comments and your shout out.
No drugs are fit to contain. Your body in a baggage.
A special shout out to all our lovely active listeners of JC Radio, Benis Atta inside Kivisto,
Now you, I want
Daniel and Julie in Tikurila.
overloading. I'll be overloading your bank account. Money plenty, tell me the amount. No one told me love would taste like this.
To Nanaya and Atu all the way in Helsinki.
Go and get my wallet like this. Wisdom in my
To Cynthia.
follow man, but you I might have to consider.
And to listeners in Denmark, Stella Apia, Yao Chumesi.
Live to die another day for you, baby. Quit my Casanova ways for you, baby. The only time that you say that you hate me is when I take the last slice of pastry. Now I'm on the run. Loving you till kingdom come, but you drive me crazy. Send someone, still my billboard baby.
Man, no get taxi, they be. You dey, I mean, like for me. I just wanna be there when you need me. Baby, now your matter, I dey sing all day, yeah. Overdosing, body overdose. I'ma see you carry overload. And you know you bad like commando, yeah. Oh, man, no good and great. You can carry your luggage. I define you. No drugs are fit to contain. Falling for love. Overdose me, your love they overdose me. Now you, I want.
In a few minutes, we'll be joined by legendary Akablay. And Yeah, legendary Ghanaian artist Koblé. He'll be joining us in the studios of JC Radio in a few minutes. So if you tuned in, you're welcome to the show tonight. And this is a song by Ayaster, Maxine, and Crayon.
Me, I know to like you for my
A Nigerian artist.
mama.
Okay, a special shout out to all the listeners out there. If you just tuned in, you're much welcome to JC Radio.
Oh,
It's a beautiful Saturday evening with your girl Ajwa.
that you say, where they make her feel alright. And I got your vibe anytime.
Special shout out to Kofi Brobe.
Fine. Baby girl, I see you.
Thank you for joining the show.
I see you. Now you they blow my mind from a mile or two. And I no go lie, you light up my day. And when she tell me my love, is you love, baby. She know when the Gucci bag or the Fendi. Yeah, she give me butterflies in my belly. Ooh, love. And when she tell me my love, is you love, baby. If my heart was shining, baby, she go save me. Yeah, she give me butterflies in my belly. Ooh, love. Oh, your love is crazy, girl, your love is crazy. You amaze me, girl, you amaze. But cause I'm only really want to play me. But when me there with you, I realize I'm so close. Your love is crazy. You amaze me, girl, you amaze. But cause I'm only really want to play me. But when me there with you, I realize I'm so close.
Best indeed, you're the best indeed. When I see you, I feel blessed indeed. Only you bring out the best in me. Loving you, it be my destiny. Oh no, I don't know if you love me like I do. Now you did like
Okay,
I do.
I want you to tell me my love.
we still got 8 minutes to having Akablay on the show.
Yeah, she give me butterflies in my belly. Oh love, I want you to
Before then, we still on little tips on how to express love in this month of February.
yeah, she give me butterflies in my belly. Oh love, your love is crazy, girl, your love is
Okay, these are little messages you can send to a loved one.
cause I'm only really want to play me. But when me there with you, I realize
You can say, I've seen you at your worst, but I still think you're the best.
you amazing. But cause I'm only really want to play me.
And this month of February, let someone out there feel special.
Yeah,
Let your mom feel special.
no doubt.
Let your dad feel special.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, let that man in your life feel special.
Love,
And let that lady in your life feel special as well.
This is where I want you for you, my love. Now you want to retire with my love. See all the little good things you do, they make me no. This distance is
Okay, I find that's very fascinating. It says like you're like glued to me. Without you, I'll be broken into pieces.
I'll make you love.
If you're looking for those little words to send out there to a loved one this February,
I'm
I got you covered for today.
I'll make you love. Oh no, I bet make you pull over. Come on, pull over. Should be not this kind of things where they make man see ya.
Okay, this one says, I don't know how, but I think somewhere between our lives, the stupid fights and all the jokes, I fell in love with you.
And if not, you price me that I feel like to see ya. I never traded you for nothing. This love will make me the child conscious.
And here's another little tip that says, I cherish the strength and happiness and protection that your love has given to me.
I'm gonna tell me what's up.
This beautiful tip can go out to a loved one.
I'm gonna I wanna make you baby, I'm like
To a mom, to a dad. I don't send this to your pastor. Or pastor's wife will come for you. Or probably pastor's husband will come for you.
You make a younger boy go loco. You make a young boy go loco.
Okay, the last tip will be my real life story started the day you found me. These are a few tips that you can get your way through this love of month of love. That is February. So in this February, I'm gonna come your way with so many tips about love and how to express your love to a loved one during this festive season.
Electricity. Vibes on the frequency.
It's a month of love, so I do have a little bit touch of red in my dress. So
Life is not that deep. It's all about the energy, yeah. The mentality.
okay, so we are about to have a special guest on.
And you know everything.
Stay tuned with this track.
Son.
In the next minute, we'll be having Akablay on.
And I see darkness all around me, but I know I'm the light.
Okay, send your shout outs coming to your special loved ones, and I'm gonna put it out there for you.
I feel your vibration.
The name is Ajwa, and I'm pleased to be here with you on this lovely Saturday evening.
Shake it, baby, shake it. Electricity, vibes on the frequency, yeah. Till infinity, steady on a different beat. Love is very sweet, but first you must get the moolah. Not poverty, now you make it my worry. Nobody go sign.
Okay, welcome, legendary Akablay. Welcome. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you, but it's very faint.
Oh, it is faint. I can hear you as well. You are also a bit faint. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay, that's good. So
Yes.
welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. You're in the studios of JC Radio all the way in Finland, and my name is Ajwa.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Thank you. I'm very glad. I can hear you.
I can really hear you. Just a
Wow.
second. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, perfect. Can you hear me now? Can you hear
Yeah, I
me?
can also hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Eyes off you, space.
Okay.
We okay. Just leave it like that. Yeah, it's fine.
What if I?
Okay, we just lost him.
She said she only got a woman on me bed. What if I? Oh, la, la, la. What if I do? Listen to me quick.
Okay, we'll be connecting him in a minute.
What will I do? So me tell her say my car broke down, not my two.
That was legendary Akablay.
They want all the girls in the whole world. I know what I'm.
Okay, sorry about that. We lost him. We'll be connecting him back now.
Give a fuck. She said she know me got a girlfriend, and so what? What if I do?
Make me jolly.
Okay, welcome once again to JC Radio. Can you hear me?
Thank you. I can hear you.
Here, I can't hear you.
You can't hear him either.
No. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Can
can
you hear
hear you. Yes, I can hear. Can you hear me as well?
No, I can't hear you.
You can't hear him.
No.
Wow.
Make me jolly.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. So, welcome to the studios of JC Radio. We are very honored to have you here tonight, Akablay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So,
Thank
can
you.
you
And
can you
yeah,
can you hear me spontaneously?
yes.
Okay, that's nice. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have legendary Akable in the house today, and we are most privileged to have you here tonight with us. So like I always say, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Because I do know so much about you, but we have a lot of people watching and listening, and most people would love to know who Sir Akable is.
Oh, Akable is a Ghanaian musician who is based here in Ghana. I was born in a little village called Anochi, where the gas branch is now. I left school in 1985 and then took up music, and since it's music, 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 and music.
Music, and music. Talk about music. This is a track by Sir Akable, and it says Abena. Okay, so I did read a little bit about you, and I'm well informed that you started music even at the little age from primary 2. So were you born into a music
Yes.
family? Were you born into a music family, and how did your music come about? The connection in Ghana is a bit dicey, so I think we just lost him again. So stay tuned and enjoy the music by Akable, and in a minute he'll be on again.
Make me jolly, make me jolly, make me jolly, jolly, mommy simple. Oh, mommy simple, me.
Okay, I got our top Bennett in the house. Shout out to you, Bennett. And thank you for holding it down with us all Saturdays and all through the week. So this is a track by Akable. We just lost him, but we're going to bring him back to the show. Stay tuned with us. And don't go nowhere.
Make me jolly, make me jolly, make me jolly, jolly, mommy simple.
JC
Oh,
Radio.
mommy simple, me bread. Da da da, Kofi Ira, bam chop, Bami go. Sabina, yeah, Sabina.
Welcome back to the studios of JC Radio. Sir, can you hear us? Can you hear us now?
Can you hear it?
But I can hear you. I do hear you now. I can hear you.
Yeah,
Can
I
you-
can hear you. I can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so you were telling us about how your music history started. So, like I said, I was well informed that you started music at a very young age, even at primary 2. So, tell us how the whole music thing came about, and how you fell in love with music at a very young age.
Yeah, music. I mean, I always say music has been with us, everyone. Music has been with us from the very day you were born. The very day you were born, you sang your first note, which was "Nge." That was the first note. And that has been music with every human being. But, I had a talent when I was I realized I had a talent around class 2 when I used Saturday night powder to
Oh.
invent or create guitar myself with my friends, and we had a band.
Oh, so you made your first guitar from this
Yeah,
metal from the Saturday Night Powder.
Saturday night, exactly,
Wow,
exactly.
that's impressive.
And
And then from there, how did it all happen? Yeah.
I mean, because that talent was in me, so when I went to school, I went to St. John School in Takoradi because there was a school. The school had a band, so I wanted to
Mm,
follow up and then develop my talent. But unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to play in the school band because
mm,
before you become a member of the school band, the Matthew chapter 5, before you
mm,
become a member of the school band, you have to fall within the first 10
mm.
when exams is conducted. If you fall between the first and the 10th, then you become a member of the school band. But I was always at 15th and 13th, so I didn't become a member
Oh.
of the school band,
You
unfortunately.
mean do you mean academically you have to fall between first and tenth?
Exactly, before I become a member of the school band.
Oh, okay.
That's it. So, but when I left school in 85, I approached one guy called Paju. He was the leader of Osamarema band in Takrady. So
Mm,
I approached him to learn how to play the guitar. And
mm,
then after learning from him for about a year, he was then playing with Juaraka's band, Juaraka Better Prices band. So he
okay.
decided to leave the band to
Mm,
migrate to Canada. So
oh.
he took me to go and replace him. I had to go and replace him at Juaraka's place.
Mm,
So when I went to Juaraka's band, when I joined Juaraka's band, he introduced me to Konimo and then Kinoina. So that
mm.
was where I really learned how to play the highlight guitar very well from Konimo, Kinoina, Ebotela, the late Pikijan, Ojojan, Chief Kwame, and a whole lot of them.
And
So that was, yeah,
these people are all high life legends. So
I tell you, they are great. Yeah.
being most of us are from the new generation, so most of us are born in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and we have grown with the hip life, afrobeat. So today we have you, a legend here, and today we really want to know a lot more about the history of high life, because high life is the root of all the Afro beats and all the music that we're enjoying today from the modern musicians. So it would be great if you can give us, the young ones, a little history into high life and how all these instruments have contributed to the Afro beats and hip life and all the other genres that we enjoy today.
High life, in actual fact, high life is just a word, like high life.
Mm.
Uh, before the word high life, I mean, Ghana was playing a lot of uh, music. We had we have the Palugo, we have the Kundum, we have the Sumuda, we have the Adoa, we have the Agbaja. I mean, but when the colonial masters were in Ghana those days, I mean, they contracted a lot of groups to go and play for the entertainment. So that time, when you have to go there, people say, "Oh, we are going to enjoy high life."
Mm.
You see, they were just going to enjoy high life. The
So
music they were, the
so
music they
that
were playing. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that how the name High Life came about?
exactly. That's how the name High
Ah,
Life came about. Yeah.
okay.
The music they
Yes.
were playing wasn't called High Life. So some people were playing Agbaja, some people were playing Balogo, some people were playing Adwa, but then the life was so high for the locals. So they said we are going to enjoy high life. So as time moved on, we just called the we are going to enjoy high life, high life, and then high life is here to stay with us. That's it.
Okay.
But then, yeah,
So,
I'm listening.
how has High Life impacted today's music genres that we all enjoy around the world? Because growing up, we have listened to songs like the Ampedus and the um, Amachi Dedes and the Ambulance and the Joel Akas and people like legendary musicians like yourself and all the music stems from High Life, like we just talked about. So, can you give us a little bit, or can you throw light into how much of the High Life has impacted all these new genres, and where is High Life today? So, is High Life dying down, or where is High Life today? Because today we find out that most young people don't even know what High Life is. They are not in tune with all these good songs that have been made in the 70s, in the 60s. Most people know a lot about. If you mention the younger musicians these days, they can sing to it. But if you mention great legends and songs from back in the days, like you have Fela Kuti and you have amazing high life musicians from around the world, most young people are not really in tune with it. So, can you tell us a little bit about how high life has transformed during the years and how it's doing now in the modern world we find ourselves today?
Great. Those days, the first president of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah, anytime he was traveling for business, traveling outside Ghana, either in the Western Africa or in Europe or in America, he travels with a group from Ghana,
Mm,
and then they go to play high life music before he even give a speech.
mm,
So that was how high life traveled from. That's another way how high life traveled from Ghana to other parts of the world. But then we don't have to forget that, I mean, during the slave trade era, our brothers and sisters were transported from Africa, especially
mm.
in Ghana, to other parts of the world, like the Southern America.
Yeah.
So the rhythm of the African has has always been with the African wherever they find themselves.
Yes.
So I mean, like somebody like Fela, the late Fela, came to
Mm,
Ghana to play high music, and then he went back to Nigeria, and then
mm.
said, "Oh, his music is called Afrobeat."
Afrobeat.
Meanwhile, it was yeah, it was high he was playing.
Yes.
I mean, people like Manu Dibango, Salif Keita, they
Yes.
all has been inspired by high life music.
Mm,
So high life music has been the African because of the way Kwame Nkrumah packaged it and then took
mm,
it outside Ghana.
mm.
But one thing that pains my heart a lot is that our youth are playing high life, but they say they are not playing high life, but they're playing something else. You see, high life is like a tree with different
Yes.
branches.
Mm,
High life is like a tree with different branches. I mean, the hip life, the whatever they're playing now, the Afro beats, and then whatever. Me, I see it as high life.
mm.
Yeah, I see it as high life. It's unfortunate our youth don't want to call it high life because they think high life is for the older generation.
Generation.
Meanwhile, yeah.
But
Meanwhile,
could
we are
it
Ghanaian
be
and African.
could it be because high life has not really been packaged well to the newer generation? Could it be that could be the cause? Could it be because the Afrobeats have been packaged well and has been promoted in a way that the newer generation have fallen in love with it?
I don't want to believe that. Uh, though, of course, Halab has not been well packaged. But then, who is going to package it? It's we ourselves.
It's we ourselves, yes. I love that.
We have to package it. So if we play something else, and then as Ghanaians, let's say as Ghanaians, if we play hip life, and then we package hip life, it's like uh, you've given birth to your child. Meanwhile, you are an Asante woman, and you've given birth to your child, and you don't want your child to realize that he's an Ashanti or he's a Gan, but
Yeah.
he's something else. Then it's like you're throwing your child away.
Mm.
You see, so we have to package it. Who's going to package it for us? We have to package it.
Mm-hmm.
We have to package it and then send it out there. Let people know that this is how it is.
Mm.
And we have to accept it. We have to accept it and we have to, acknowledge that this is our life. Let's take our life to the world and let the world accept it.
Mm. Okay. So talking about the world accepting high life, I know that you've been very impactful in the careers of many great legends. You've played for Kwejoentry, Joel Aka, and many great legends like yourself. So can you take us into some of the works you've done, where you've traveled, and how far your life as a legendary high life musician has taken you?
Uh, I have played. I have played with Juwalaka. I have played with A.B. Prince. I have played with Papa Jansen. I have played with Orlando Julius, the late Orlando Julius. I have played with Hugh Masakela.
Hmm.
I have played with Sonti Ndembela. I have played with Niata Fambui from Liberia. Sonti is from South Africa. Hugh Masakela is
Oh.
from South Africa.
Hmm.
Orlando Julius is from Nigeria.
Hmm.
Uh, Papa Jansen from Ghana. CK Man from Ghana. Uh, but I've done a lot of studio works for most of the Ghanaian artists and some
Most
African artists.
artists, yes.
Yeah, uh, artists like Nana Kwame, the late Kofi B. I've
Oh,
played for Kofi B. Yeah, I've played for Reggie Zippy.
Reggie ZP, he mentioned
I've
it
played,
yesterday.
yeah, I've played for Wuta. I've played for Bubak. I've played for a lot in the
Can you-
studio.
can can you
That
give us the titles of some of the tracks you've worked on? Yesterday I got to know from Reggie ZP, who's been on the show. Thank you, Reggie ZP, for being a special guest on the show as well. He told me yesterday that you were also a very great person behind his Aduma hit song.
yeah, yeah,
Yes. So
yeah,
basically, apart from singing, you are a very great instrumentalist as well.
yes. I play the guitar. I
Do
play
you have
guitar.
your guitar with you tonight?
Yes, I have my guitar, but unfortunately, I have to just rush. If you can excuse me, I can dash for 2 minutes and bring it back.
Yes,
Maybe,
that's
yeah.
okay. And we'll be listening to a track by legendary Akablay, and it says that Abena while he gets his guitar.
Fine, fine lady, you don't be fine past your border. Fine lady, you don't be fine past your border.
We are taking the girls away.
And I'm back.
Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away.
Okay.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, if you just joined in on the show, you can send your comments coming. If you have any comments for Legendary Akable, you can send them coming. And if you are listening on the audio side on jcliveradio.com, you can also text us on our studio numbers to send your questions and comments coming. Okay, so you can give us some instrumentals.
Odo fufre te sa no baby. Baby chile no janta nai. Me no na me. Wum fa me ko dra jam here. Odo fufre te sa no baby. Baby chile no janta nai. Me no na me. Se wum fa me ko dra jam here. Odo na me do unti egide meji mana. Odo na me do unti na egide masayana. Nakupenda o sheri, nakupenda o mama. Nakupenda o sheri, nakupenda o mama. Malaika, nakupenda o malaika. Malaika, nakupenda o malaika.
Okay. That was the musical instrumental by Legendary Akable. And before we go on, I would like to ask this question. So in the modern days, we didn't have all this social media, telephones, and how did you guys link up with other huge or high life artists from different countries? So how did you travel from Ghana to other countries to perform? How did you have all these connections with other African legendaries back in the days? It must have been a bit difficult.
Yes, in those days, in actual fact, we didn't have the internet with us.
No.
But then I think the internet started coming to us from 1995, 1990s. But then, those days, people traveled around the world. People would come to Ghana and then they will discover you and then they will recommend you to other people somewhere else. So that was how it happened. It was recommendation from people who travel to Ghana. Yes, and then you get connected to other people in the other parts of the world. But since when the internet started coming, then we started getting hooked up to other musicians through the internet. Yeah.
So during your music career, how many countries have you played so far? How many countries have you had the opportunity to play in?
I can't mention, but I mean, I have visited almost all African countries except about 2 or 3.
Wow, that
Then
must have been a great experience.
yeah, and then in Europe, I have visited. I have come to Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Finland.
Oh, you've
Not
been to.
Finland.
Oh, not Finland.
No, I have never been to Finland. Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, Holland, Switzerland, UK, France, Italy, Spain, and then in the Americans, I've been to Washington, New York, New Jersey, Chicago, and then in South America, I've been to Brazil, I've been to Puerto Rico. No, no, I can't count.
You are very well traveled. So before we move on, we have a listener who says that it will be interesting to see a collaboration with the new generation of music artists. And do you already have, or are you planning something for us soon? I think
Please
I
come again.
I
Come
think
again.
he's trying to say that it would be nice to see collaborations with you and the new generation of music artists. So, do you already have, or you're planning something soon?
Oh, I have something with Trigmatic, and I
Yes,
also have something with I
with
have
Kaboom.
something new coming.
I
Yeah, I've
yes.
done something. I've done something with Kaboom. I have this gospel music with Kuboro,
Oh,
and then
one love the Kobola. Okay.
one of the Kuboro. I have the gospel music with him, Kaboom, and then I have something with Trigmatic. I have
Yes.
something with Kofi Kinata, and
Mm.
then I have something too with. I'm now doing something with Manifest.
Oh, with Manifest. Wow.
Yeah,
That's lovely to hear that you're working with a new artist as well.
yeah,
So you're passing the high life into onto the new generation. And before we go on, um, I think most people in the new generation, like myself, we really fell in love with the Take You Away by featuring Kaboom. The producer, if you can
yeah.
give us if you can give us an acapella of that song, Mr. Akable.
The,
We are
the,
taking
the
the
one
girls
with
away.
Kaboom.
Yes, we are taking the girls
Uh,
away. We are in the month of love, so there are
oh,
many
uh,
young boys out there who want to take the girls away. So please give us
uh,
an
but
acapella of that song.
do you want to be taken away? Do
Do
you
do
want to
do,
be taken
do
away?
I don't mind being taken away. So I don't.
Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away. Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away. Whatever you do, I will take you home. I will take you home tonight.
Mm.
Whatever you say, I will take you home. I will take you home tonight. Everybody sing. We are
I'm
taking the
taking the girls away.
We are taking the girls away. Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away. Fantasy. In your name, Adolfo. Sema ye gradua. You must solve it.
That was a great one there. You're taking the girls away to church. So young guys, take the girls away to church. That's exactly what he's saying. Don't take them nowhere else, but to church.
Nowhere else apart from church. Take them to church so that the pastor will bless them.
Amen for that. So we have a listener who says, does Ghana have any way of honoring legends like you? You guys paved the way for the current generation, and we will remember you, and we want our kids to also remember your legacy.
Come again. You said, do Ghana do what?
He says, does Ghana have a way of honoring legends like you? You guys paved the way for the current generation, and we will remember you, and we want our kids to also remember your legacy.
Yeah, I think the only way Ghana should remember us is Ghana should allow us to play for the youth to see how things are done properly. Because it's unfortunate, most of the youth, you put them on stage and they can't perform. It's so unfortunate. They prefer doing the miming or doing the playback, and that is very unfortunate. So I think the only way Ghana the only way we can contribute is there should be a festival being held in Ghana so that all the legends can be on it for the youth to see how things are done, how live performance is done.
I think there is the Legends and Legendary Ball or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that event organized by the state or it's private?
The event organizers here are private. We don't have a national event like we used to have the Pana Fest and other festivals that Ghana used to organize. Now every organization, every event here is a private, so they choose what they want. That's it.
Oh, okay. So we don't have any state event that's honoring our legends or legends like you.
But Ghana don't have a festival, a musical festival. Ghana don't have.
Yeah, I see. But this I know Ghana has the GAMRO, the Ghana Music Board. So is this something that has been proposed? Oh, I think we just lost him, or he's reconnecting. But until then, stay tuned. Let's just take this music from Akablay. lost Akablay, and he will be back with us soon. Stay tuned. This is a track by Akablay. Oh, he's back in the studios. I think we lost you for a minute. So sir, can you hear us? Sir, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. I think you're reconnecting. But with that, the connection in Ghana is not as fast as the connection here in Finland or other parts of the Western world. So he is reconnecting, and we will continue the program. So bear with us. And yeah, this is a track by legendary Akablay. Oh, that's a beautiful high life track.
Make me jolly, make me jolly, make me jolly.
And he blends the beautiful Ghanaian languages so well. He blends the Ga, he blends the tree, I think the Enzima and the Fanti and what have you.
Banjo, banjo, Fabigo, Fabigo, Fabigo. I'm jolly, be jolly, I'll be jolly. Make me jolly, make me jolly.
Okay, if you just joined us, you're live on the Afro Diaspora Vibe Show, and we're on the Celebrity Lifestyle segment. And today we have legendary Akablay, who's a Ghanaian legend when it comes to high life music, and he's schooling us about high life today. We just lost him, but he'll be right back on, so stay tuned with us. And a special shout out to all our viewers and all our listeners who are tuned in on JC Live Radio on the audio version. Shout out to you, Julie and Daniel, all the way in Tikurila. Shout out to you, Dr. Kofi Brobe, who's tuned in with us on Facebook now. Shout out to you, Atab Benes, who is our #1 listener on JC Radio. Shout out to all the people who are tuned in from Denmark, a wonderful Copenhagen, all the people who are watching from the UK, who tuned in from the US of A. It's a beautiful Saturday, and we're locked down on JC Radio right in the heart of Espoo, Finland. And we are with legendary Ghanaian musician called Akablay. It's a beautiful Saturday evening, and it is the month of love. So this month, spread love. I am spreading love this month. So spread love as well in your little corner. And let's all make February a very beautiful month.
My black lady, my white lady,
shout out to you, Cynthia. And shout out to you, Diana Mansari. Okay, when we have legendary Akablay in the house, we will get on with all the questions that you have for him.
Fine,
Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away. Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away. Whatever you do, I will take you home. I will take you home tonight. Whatever you say, I will take you home. I will take you home tonight. We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away.
Yo, hey yo boys, are you ready? We didn't take all the girls, drag up building. Now make check ya when you're not just a floating. Collect your eye, just a jack boring. Wet bubbles on the mic, concentrate, don't hesitate, say it comes in me fake.
And where fever, many will wear show.
Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away. Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away. Whatever you do, I will take you home. I will take you home tonight. Whatever you say, I will take you home. I will take you home tonight. We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away.
Yo, hey yo boys, are you ready? We didn't take all the girls, drag up building. Now make check ya when you're not just a floating. Collect your eye, just a jack boring. Wet bubbles on the mic, concentrate, don't hesitate, say it comes in me face to face. Mr. Akasone guitar man, the whole wide world should wait. Watch it crowd cry and Bill Gates. Said it will go my yafe from a diva. Abiba, a mubako aname boy. But the her, we a sexy diva. Me who be that, one from a milk is a ninja. I'm offering to Sebroni Mesho Kawa and yet told him my soul, me my one poly Debbie. Me my one poly, if you wanted to set off in, I mean, I would say you will come and call me.
Whatever you do, I will take you home. I will take you home tonight. Whatever you say, I will take you home. I will take you home tonight. We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. ready now? We are taking the girls away. Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are taking the girls away. Whatever you do, I will take you home. I will take you home tonight. Whatever you say, I will take you home. I will take you home tonight. We are taking the girls away. We are taking the girls away. Ladies and gents, are you ready now? We are
Okay, so that was the music track by legendary Akablay. We're trying to reconnect him back to the studio, so bear with us, and he'll be with us in the next few minutes. But until then, let's enjoy this track from Akablay. I see there are a lot of questions waiting for him to answer. So he is reconnecting. Shout out to all the people that just tuned into the show. We're having a great interaction with legendary Akablay. It's a beautiful Saturday evening here in Helsinki. Shout out to Daniel.
I would have been Philly. So I would have been Philly. I did my do I can be mama. Oh, daddy.
Okay, so we can see Akablay is still trying to join us in the studios, and we just lost him. So again, the connectivity in Ghana is a bit unstable. Last week we had the same experience with episode. We couldn't wrap up, and it was because of the internet connectivity. But let's hope he'll be able to join us in the studios in the next few minutes so we can continue the conversation with the legendary High Life musician. My name is Adjoa. If you just tuned into the show and you're live on JC Radio.
Ayo, sang pandemia me baho, mama yo fu flaya. Sang pandemia me baho. Ayo, sang pandemia me baho. Mama yo fu flaya. Mama yo fu flaya. Mama yo fu flaya. Me ba oh.
Champion Fidel, one in game, one yella. Champion Fidel, Mafia, Champion Fidel, one in game.
It's another track by Akablay. He's still trying to join us in the studios. We apologize for that. It's beyond our control. We had the same issues in the studio last week with Episode. Shout out to you, Episode. Thank you for joining us in the studios last week. It was a great conversation. Shout out to all the guest artists who's been on the show. Trigmatic, Reggie Zippy, Episode. And today we got legendary high life musician Akablay in the house. It's a track called Angulo by Akablay. What I love about this man is he sings in all sort of dialects. So he got the Ga in there, he got the tree in there, he got the Nzima in there, the Fanti. I wish we could have him back soon so we can ask him how he goes about all these different languages that he blends his music with. A thing about high life is you don't really need to understand the language or the dialect, but you can enjoy the rhythm that it comes with it. So that's high life for you.
Mabudamio, Nabino Wabaho, Masakibio, Mabudamio, Medualua, Masakibio, Mabudamio, Nabino Wabaho, Sankura Bibaho. Ayo, Sankuna mi baho, mama yo fu franga di magale. Sankuna mi baho, mama yo fu franga di magale. Ayo, mi baho.
African leaders really need to do better. The rate at which their internet connectivity goes bad anytime we got guest artists from Ghana is so overwhelming. We had the same experience last week, so we couldn't wrap up the show with Episode, and that was quite sad because it was a great conversation going on there. And it happened today as well. Shout out to you, Efia from Efia's Kitchen. And she says, I'm late today, but glad to have made it. Shout out to you, Efia. We've just had legendary Akablay on, and due to connectivity issues, we just lost him, which is quite sad. Thank you for tuning in all the way. And kindly go to YouTube and subscribe to the page Efia's Kitchen and learn how to cook all the delicious, delicious, delicious African food. It's just a click away and you subscribe to Efia's Kitchen. It's spelled AFYA and Kitchen. And she'll be giving you tips on how to cook African food. Spicy Ghanaian food. Shout out to you, Efia.
Masakibio, Mabudabio, Namaho, Masakibio, Mabudabio, Namaho, Mabudabio, Masakibio, Namaho, Senkulo mia bibao. Ayo, Sankunda mia bibao. Bibao mama yo fuflaya. Senkulo mia bibao. Ayo, Sankunda mia bibao.
Okay. So legendary, unfortunately he's having issues with the video stream, so we're gonna do audio now. Sorry about that, but we can help it. That's the only thing we're gonna do. So welcome once again, Akablay. Sorry about the connectivity thing, but our listeners can hear you through audio now. Shout out to all the people that just joined. So we have a lot of questions here. We have a lot of questions here for you to answer. So we got Dr. Kofi Brobe, who says, how would you want to be remembered in the near future?
I want to be remembered by letting the youth know what we did for Ghana. Let the youth who wants to do music or music learn rudiments of music from the schools. Let the youth or the children learn music from the schools. Don't take the music from the curriculum of Ghana schools. Let music be part of Ghana's curriculum, the school curriculum calendar, so that the children will grow and appreciate good music.
Okay, so that answers the question. And there's another question that says, how differently would you have approached your music career if you could do it during this generation? Are there any key lessons for us who want to take it as a career? So I think the question is trying to say that how different would you approach your music career if you were doing it during this generation. So if you were not doing high life and you were doing Afro beats or hip life, how different would you have approached it? And are there any key lessons that you want?
Because yeah, I mean, if I were to be a youth or doing music at this point, I would have stick to my my culture, because I mean, people call me Akable, and anybody who calls me Akable knows exactly where I'm coming from. I'm an Nzima man, coming from the western part of Ghana, and I play and sing in my local dialect. So I would have played music by playing the type of rhythms that I play that I called the Kundum High Life, which I derived the rhythms from the Kundum Festival, and then fuse it with the modern style so that I can package it and then name it, have an authentic name for it, so I can package it well and then sell it outside. I wouldn't want to play hip life, because hip life is like hip hop or something else. So, I mean, playing what I want to tell the youth exactly is that they should stick to their culture. Let people know you by your name. Let people know you. If you are called Adwa, play music that says that this is Adwa playing music, an Asante woman playing music, so that they can sell it outside. In actual fact, you can go to America or you can go to China and then sell fried rice to Chinese.
Yeah, I get you.
You can't go to Italy and then sell pizza.
Yeah.
To the Italian. You can only sell fufu to Italian. You can only sell kokote to the British. You can only sell monkeni to the Danish. You see, that's what I mean. Let's package what we have properly and sell it to them than playing what they already know. And that is why they say high life is not going, or high life is not going anywhere, because we are not giving what we have. We are giving them what they do already, or what they have. And that is the biggest problem we have. Yeah.
Okay, so I can tell from your music that you've been singing in different dialects, and before you told us, I thought you were from Takoradi. I thought you were Fanti, but you just made us know that you're from the Western region, so you are an Nzima. So how did you learn Ga and Fanti and all these other languages? So how did you learn all these How did you learn all these other languages that you blend beautifully in your music?
Because I'm an Nzima man from the Nzima land, but I lived in Takoradi, so I learned the Fanti a little bit. I have also lived in Tema, and I'm now living in Accra. So I learned a little bit of Ga, a little bit of Ada, a little bit of any language, and I blend them. That's it. And then I sing a little bit in English. So English is not my language. I'm not too good in English, but I mean, to make my music go viral, so I just blend a little bit of English, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then put my rhythm together, and then I make it go.
I think your English is very fantastic. I mean, you do speak good English. So, yeah. That's another...
Somebody said I'm alien in an English land, so
yeah.
I'm alien to...
Yeah. There's another question that says that I love the instruments in the songs. They were so authentic. So I think the person is referring to the guitar that you were playing earlier on. and it says that it has the African vibe. Apart from the guitar, do you play other instruments?
Yeah, I started as a drummer. I started off as a drummer, but then the guitar got me going. So I shifted from drums to bass guitar, and then later the guitar itself. But then, I mean, because I played with a lot of African musicians like Hugh Masakela, Orlando Julius, so I opened up my ears to horns arrangements, keyboard arrangements, and a lot. So, in actual fact, I write my music, I arrange my music, all the horns work, all the bass, whatever you hear in, I do the arrangements, and then I give it to my musicians to play in the studio. Yeah.
Okay, so you basically produce all the instrumentals behind the music that you create. Okay, that's wonderful. And then there's another question that says here, you have a great career. We appreciate the gifts you've given to us, and thank you very much. And that was from Dr. Kofi Brobe. And
thank you.
We have read that question already. If there are any more questions, can you scroll down? So there are okay, so that's from Bernice, and she says that I'll contact you to make a song for my husband. So shout out to you, Bernice's husband, Dr. Eric Kisi, all the way in Kiristo, Finland. And she also says that in the language, she says that she'll contact you to make a song for her husband in the language Ada, because he speaks Ada. Okay, so now we have you on the video. So I'm going to end it here so we can continue on the video version. Okay, so we have him back on the video version, and that's lovely. Sorry about that. There was connectivity issues in Ghana. Okay, welcome back to the studio. So, are there any questions? Producer, if you can go a bit up. I think we missed a few questions up there. So if you have any questions for legendary Akablay, you can bring your questions now. He's back in here, and we can ask him all the questions that you have about high life music. Oh, I think we have asked this question already. We've already asked this question as well. Okay.
I'll be jolly. Make me jolly, mama simple.
Okay. So before we lost you, I think you gave before we lost you, we were talking about the high life music and how many countries you traveled to, and we were just talking about how you have mixed all these languages. But let's move on a bit to your private life. So I think people would love to know more about you. Are you married? How many kids do you have? Do you have any grandchildren? And all that.
Yes. I was married, but I lost my wife about 6 years ago.
Oh, a condolence.
Yeah, I have 6 children.
Oh,
and
lovely.
Three grandchildren.
3 grandchildren.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. So where do you do you have any of your kids that are also into music? Because I know that most people, if you take people like Kwame Yabua, who is also a keyboardist, I don't know if you know Kwame Yabua. His father was also into music. So, do you did your father do music, or are you also training any of your kids to take on the legacy one day when you're not here anymore?
Yeah, in fact, my last boy, who is 22 years, plays the guitar.
Hmm.
My last, but my other boy plays the bass guitar.
Hmm.
My girls plays the keyboard and sings.
Oh,
But
wow.
in actual fact, because of the industry that we find ourselves in here in Ghana, so in actual fact, I discourage them from commercially practicing it. But at least they play in the church, and they play it for fun.
That's quite interesting to hear. So, why did you discourage them from going into music commercially? Because we know music pays these days. So, you're doing music commercially as well. So, can you brief us a little bit into why you think your children should not do the music commercially?
Adwa, it's so unfortunate, but the industry, the Ghana industry, the Ghana music industry is not an industry that one will have to encourage his children to be part of it, because I mean, it's like each one for himself and God for us all.
Mm,
So uh, I mean, we have the word industry in Ghana, but practically we don't have any industry in Ghana practically.
mm,
So I wouldn't want my children to go through the hustle that I went through,
mm,
though it's their choice, but I wouldn't want them to go through that hustle. And I don't want them
mm,
to have any problem with anybody in Ghana here. Because
mm,
if you don't have the patience like I do,
mm,
then you have problems with people who call themselves the headliners of Ghana music industry. It's so unfortunate.
mm.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the reforms that you think can make music or high life more attractive to Ghana as a whole? Because there are young people out there who look up to people like you, and who believe that music could be a career for themselves. What advice would you give to young people who would like to take music as a full time career? We know music does pay a lot when you come to the Western world. But what about if we take a look at Africa, we take a look at Ghana? Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
Yeah, in Africa it's worth it, but in Ghana it's not worth it, because I can beat my chest and tell you, Adwa, that the big names that we hear in Ghana,
Mm,
the big names in Ghana music are making money not from Ghana, not from music.
mm.
Yes. What I
Are
would
you
say is that
with that comment? Are you talking about the high life genre or generation, or you're talking about the new artists that are in
the
yeah,
new artists, the hip laughers, the what you call those ones that we
yes,
hear their name. I can beat my chest and tell you that they are not making money from music, especially in
mm,
Ghana.
mm,
Yeah. So what I will advise any young musician or any youth who want to take up music as his career, they should find any other work doing before they get into music in Ghana
mm,
here,
mm,
because they will regret it until Ghana music industry is well structured.
mm,
Until Ghana music industry is well structured and
mm,
structures are working,
mm.
I can
So,
tell you that
what are some of the things that you think would make these structures work? Because now we have all these legends here that have a lot of knowledge. So maybe the change can be done now, because you're passing knowledge on from one generation to the other. So what are some of the things that you think that can be done in the Ghana music industry to change the whole story, to make music more attractive, whereby we can package ourselves well and sell ourselves to the world like a lot of African musicians are doing?
One, we don't have promoters who promote Ghana music, or we don't have promoters who promote festivals from Ghana. That is one. Two, the so-called people that manage Ghana music don't have any idea of how music is managed. They only can talk, but they don't have any idea as how music business is managed. So you see artists will do our music, shoot music video, be on television, and the following time is off the scene. You see one artist produce one music, and then you hear, oh, blah, 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 blah. After a Ghana Music Award, it's off the scene. So that's another thing. You don't have managers who knows how to manage music in Ghana here. And then
are you talking about the Gamro? Are you talking about I think it's called Gamro. I think the Ghana Music Association is called Gamro, isn't it? What's the organization that represents Ghanaian musicians?
Gamro is a failure.
Gamro is a failure. Those were the words of legendary Akablay. And the connecting or the connectivity issues are here again. I bet that statement didn't go well with Gamro. Okay, so if you just tuned in, we're live on JC Radio with the girl Adjoa. It's Saturday, the 4th of February, 2023. It's the month of love. Are you spreading love where you are? I bet you should spread love. So this is a music called Fafia. And I guess it's Nzima. I love the Nzima language, even though I don't understand the thing. It's a track by legendary Akablay. Before we wrap up, can you give us one instrumental again in the Nzima language? Most Ghanaians really do love the Nzima language because we have grown up with people like Miwe, who sings also in Nzima, but we don't. Though you don't understand the language. The Nzima language goes really well with music. So if you can give us an a cappella there in any song that you wish. Are we having connectivity issues again? It's a few minutes to the hour 10 and we'll be wrapping up soon on the show. Shout out to Monica all the way in Maunula. and your son Kofi and your daughter Mafia. It's a track by Akablay, who's our guest on the show tonight. 8 minutes to the hour, 10 o'clock. And we'll be wrapping up for the show soon. My name is Ajwa. And it's been a pleasure having legendary Akablay on the show today. We just lost connectivity with him again. But hey, we've still got a few minutes to go, so let's see what happens.
Besa wokenyo bemunyo benyenu swanda sani die kribie beya o Besa wokenyo bemunyo benyenu o swanda sani die kribie beya o Fafia o champion fite o watani molila champion fite de Fafia o.
Okay, this is a track by Akablay. Unfortunately, the connectivity is not allowing him to be with us tonight again. He's been trying to get back on, but the connectivity back home, it's so nothing to talk home about. Sorry for the inconvenience caused tonight. I was beyond our control. Before I wrap up, don't forget to have a great week. Don't forget to go to church tomorrow. Don't forget we're in the month of love. Spread love. This month I'm giving out free watching. So if you live in Helsinki, in the month of February, I'm giving out free watching every Saturday. In the month of February, that's how I'm spreading love out there. So spread love in your own little corner. If you want to have some free watch on a Saturday, just holler at me. Let's spread love together this month of February. It was a pleasure being with you tonight. My name is Ajwa. Remember to stay blessed during the week. Remember to spread love. Remember to have God in there. Remember to check up on family and friends. Remember to build great relationships with people around you. Until next week, I'll leave you with love. I'll leave you with peace. And I'll leave you with all the good things that God has in store for his children. Once again, my name is Ajwa. It's 4 minutes to the hour, 10 o'clock Finland time. And I'll be off at exactly 10. 3 minutes more to go. If you have any shout outs, you can type them out here on Facebook, and I'm going to do justice. Shout out to all the people that tuned in. Dr. Kofi Brobe, Afia from Afia's Kitchen, Bennett Atayo, Daniel Nimakun, all the way in Tigrila, and your lovely wife Juliana. Shout out to you, Francie Kitchen, Francisca. Subscribe to Francie's Kitchen on YouTube for all your delicious African meals. She will teach you how to make all the food you love from back home. And that's Francie Kitchen for you. Subscribe to Francie Kitchen and you got yourself going. Shout out to producer Joe. Shout out to Naomi. If you want to get your hair done, you know where to go. If you're in the Helsinki region, Espo Vanta, check out Naomi Rantala. And her salon is in Hakaniemi. Oh, sorry, Nining. And she'll hook you up with beautiful braids, beautiful hairdo. One more minute and I'll be out of the studio. I'll be signing up. It was a pleasure to host you this beautiful Saturday evening. My name is Adra, everyone, and I'm out. Love to you all. Good night. Stay blessed.
Kim promise.